What's going on, guys? I'm with the Moose, and here with the July update for my Mariners franchise in MLB 15, the show, obviously. And we got a trade that we're going to break down that I want to try to complete. Hopefully the team accepts it, obviously. But let's break down the games you guys missed. It's these 5 right here. Starting with the final game in the Toronto Blue Jays series, we actually lost. James Paxton on the hill here. Could not get it going until too late. We scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th, which was cool, but it was just, like I said, a little bit too late. Drew Hutchinson pitched a great game, 8 1/3. And obviously gave up those 2 runs in the 9th when he was trying to stretch it into a complete game. Next game we were able to take a victory here, but not for a lot. I mean, it was tough for sure. Mike Zunino actually hit a walk-off home run, which was really cool in the bottom of the 9th. But Fernando Rodney, not a great outing. Not what we needed. Blew the save obviously in the top of the 9th. Got a win, but it's kind of stupid. He blew a save, and that's actually a part of the trade that we're going to be making is with Rodney, I guess. I won't reveal too much just yet. Next game, we actually took a victory in this one. Gave up a run in the top of the 9th, but overall, solid game all around. Felix Hernandez, 8 1/3, did give up that run. As always, I just tend to, pitch him a little bit longer than I need to, but good win there. And the next game, we get to the Diamondbacks as well. Another good victory, got another walk-off in the bottom of the 9th this time once again, and that was also with Mike Zunino, and this time a double. So really cool. Mike Zunino has been so clutch lately. A walk-off homer 2 days before, and then a walk-off double the next day. Really awesome. And then this next game, finally, Taijuan Walker keeps bringing that ERA down. That's what we like to see. And we keep on trucking with this team. 8 runs in this one. You guys can see we scored in almost every inning except for the first and the 4th. Really great game here. Had 13 hits. Everybody contributing. Josh Harrison had a triple and a homer. Very good games. But that is the breakdown of the games you guys missed. We're on a roll right now. I think we've won 12 of 14. We are only 6 games back, but obviously we got 1 more game to play in the month. Then I'll update you guys on the rest of the standings and whatnot. But let's take a look at the trade that we got to make before 4 o'clock Eastern on July 31st. Alright guys, here is the deal. So we're going to break it down. If you guys can see in the top left of the Phillies, they want right fielder, first base, shortstop, and a starting pitcher, or at least some combination of those 4. And so I'm going to offer them these 3 guys. Obviously Eddie Diaz, I'll switch over to him right now. He is going to be pretty much the highlight of this deal, at least for the Phillies. He has a potential. He's only a 40 overall, but he's also, 20 years old, very early. I actually think I might have drafted him this season or maybe the season before. So obviously he's very young, has a lot of time to grow, and should be very good for them. Then in right field, obviously giving him somebody they want, is Seth Smith. He's been pretty good in the minors this year, but he has had really no purpose on this team. I have a bunch of outfielders, don't need him, and I figured, why not throw, a veteran presence into the deal for them, and they obviously want a right fielder, so why not? And then finally, they wanted a starting pitcher, and to make the deal work, we're going to throw in this guy at the bottom right here, Chet Koch or Koch, I don't know how to say his last name. He's a C potential, only a 44 overall, really not giving up a lot in this right here, and they say they're definitely interested in making the deal, and I'm definitely interested, obviously, but hopefully they do it. We're going to offer the trade to the Phillies, and they're considering my offer. They'll get back to me within a few days. Hopefully they get back to me within a few hours, because obviously the trade deadline is very soon. And obviously I'll update you guys after this particular game if they accept it or not. But let's get into the game. Let's see who we got on the mound. I think it's James Paxton. Let's get into it, guys. Alright guys, that is the end of the month. We actually lost the game. James Paxton didn't pitch his best game. We gave up 7 runs. I think he gave up 5. Once again, stretched him a little bit too long, but what are you going to do about it? Had 7 Ks. ERA only went up a little bit above 3, so really not terrible. But obviously would have liked to come out with a victory. But it looks like our trade went through. At least I think so. Let's see, the league, went to the wrong spot. Completed and pending. I don't know what's up with that. Completed, let's see, big trade. The Mets and Twins just struck a deal for guys I don't really know. Danny Santana in the deal, obviously. And other than that, I don't know. I don't even know if we made our trade. I actually don't know. Is anything going on with us? I don't even know. Let's see what our pending is. I just heard from the Blue Jays have placed Edwin Encarnacion on waivers. Wow. Wade Davis on waivers, Alex Gordon, Ben Zobrist, Adrian Beltre, that's interesting. So a lot of very good players on waivers. Papelbon is on waivers as well, so I guess our trade did not go through. So that is interesting. And let's see what we can do. It says the Mariners have not placed a claim on him. That's kind of weird. And tomorrow's the last day to place claims on this player. So I'm definitely going to be doing that. I guess our thing didn't go through, our trade didn't go through. So we'll see what we can do. It looks like we just got updates on these guys, so that's pretty interesting, but I guess our trade did not go through. Let's actually drop a claim on Papelbon right now. Why not? And then we'll hopefully work out a trade with the Philadelphia Phillies if they want to do that. and we can still get him, even though we obviously missed out at the trade deadline. So let's see what's going on in the league. First up, standings. We're 6 games out, as you guys pretty much knew. I think that's what it was going into the game as well. So, you know, we're close in the AL West, but I'm not even sure if I want to focus on it. The Angels are just so good this season, and even with this amazing stretch that I've been on, I'm still, you know, pretty much way behind them. I mean, 6 games is quite a task, if you ask me. Moving on to the AL East, we'll go back and then forward. The Red Sox, actually, their lead has closed with the Orioles. I think the Red Sox were up by a lot more than this earlier in the season. That's pretty much the only team competing with them besides the Red Sox. It's the Orioles, and then the Yankees and the Rays and the Blue Jays are way out of it. In the Central, the Indians have a commanding 7.5 game lead over the Twins, and that's pretty much it. White Sox, Tigers, unfortunately, and the Royals, both really having disappointing seasons, of course. So there's nothing much there. Obviously, we're 6 games out. And then the Orioles and Twins are pretty much in a dead heat for the wild card right now. And I'm only 1 game back of the Twins for that second wild card spot. And I'm pretty much the only one in contention for it as well. Because the Astros, Rangers, Yankees, White Sox, Tigers, and so on are all at least 7 games out of the wild card. So I'm really in this one. And it might come down to a 3-horse race for this wild card between the Orioles, Twins, and obviously my team and the Mariners. Now let's check out what's going on in the NL East. Nationals, Mets, and Marlins in it. Marlins, surprisingly, obviously. But the Nats probably are poised to take that division. The Cardinals and Brewers are pretty much the only teams in contention in the NL Central. Brewers are 3.5 out, and obviously the Cardinals leading the NL Central as they seemingly always do. And then the NL West, this is crazy. The Dodgers have 70 wins and only 33 losses. An amazing season so far from them. Almost certainly going to win at least 100 games, maybe even more than that. And then the Giants are right behind them, or not right behind them, they're way behind them. Even though the Giants are 8 games over 500, they are still 14.5 back, so they're definitely looking at a wild card berth, hopefully for them. They're actually in second in the wild card. The Brewers are in first by a game or 2, it looks like. And then the Mets 3.5 out along with the Marlins, so those guys are all in it. And it's looking pretty good with that. Let's take a look at the awards. Miguel Cabrera leading the MVP along with Adrian Beltre and Mike Trout. Kind of surprising that they drop Adrian Beltre on waivers since he is second in the league right now for MVP. You know, hitting .339, 24 homers, very good season. Kind of weird. Actually, let's check out the National League most valuable player right now, Giancarlo Stanton. Probably going to run away with it. .333 average, 27 homers, and so on. Very impressive. Cy Young, we have Corey Kluber, Danny Salazar, and Masahiro Tanaka leading the charge, but Kluber has 17 wins, unbelievable, along with a .252 ERA, very, very good. And then in the NL, we got Clayton Kershaw, Gio Gonzalez, surprisingly, and Matt Latos as well. Pretty much surprises there, except for Kershaw, obviously, and he should probably have no difficulty winning that. Once again, batting title, we are leading this one with Kyle Seager, .346 average, awesome. Right there, and then Beltre right behind him, and everyone else, you know, Santana 20 or 30 points behind Seager, so he's not really in contention for that. And then the batting title in the NL got Angel Pagan, Stanton, and then Paul Goldschmidt, all pretty much locked in and very close around that .335 mark. For the Reliever of the Year award in the AL, Dellin Betances leads. Koji Uehara right behind him, even though he has a .373 ERA, it's pretty high for a guy to be considered for this, and then Cody Allen. But right now, Betances looks like he'd definitely win it. And then in the NL, Trevor Rosenthal, Kenley Jansen, and Drew Storen. Although I do think Kenley probably is more deserving, has the same amount of saves, less ERA, and more strikeouts. Kind of weird, but whatever. Rookie of the Year, Byron Buxton, Rusney Castillo from the Red Sox, and Francisco Lindor are leading that. And then Jock Peterson, probably no surprise there, 17 homers, very impressive for a rookie. Probably will end up around the 30 mark. Jorge Soler and Corey Baez finally round that out. And then the Hank Aaron Award, awarding the best hitter in each league. Miguel Cabrera leads that, along with Adrian Beltre and Mike Trout, pretty much the same guys that are there for the MVP. And then in the NL, I should say, we have Paul Goldschmidt, Giancarlo Stanton, and Ryan Braun all having amazing seasons. Gold Glove, don't really care unless we have somebody on it. I'm not sure if we will. Honestly, do not know. And no, we do not. Nobody considered for Gold Glove right now for our team. Silver Slugger, catcher, first base, and so on. Second base, Robinson Cano has dropped out of the Silver Slugger for second base. His average has dipped below 250, I think. He's still, heading a lot of home runs. He's like 18 or 19, but the average needs to get up if he wants to be considered for that. Silver Slugger for third base right now. Kyle Seager in second for that, so definitely has a chance. Otherwise, shortstop Brad Miller is in the running for that one. And I think that's probably it. Yeah, that's it for us. So, obviously, all this postseason stuff is to be determined. And that's about it. Let's take a quick look at league leaders. Kyle Seager leading the way in hits and batting average. At-bats, don't care about. Doubles, he's in a tie for third. Pretty cool right there. Triples, we have the 2 league leaders, Austin Jackson with 10 and Josh Harrison with 8. He's really been getting his wheels going a little bit. Home runs, we're third with Nelson Cruz. Pretty awesome right there, but Miguel Cabrera has a solid lead in that category. RBIs, Robinson Cano is 5th with 65, but like I said, his average has cooled off a lot. 248, not the best right there. Moving on, stolen bases, Austin Jackson is leading the league now with 32 steals. Really cool that he's gotten that. He has gotten thrown out quite a lot. Let's see how many times he's gotten thrown out this season. 14 caught stealing, so the steal percentage really not the greatest, around 700, but I'll still take it. Not awful. And then slugging percentage, got Kyle Seager in 4th with 558. OPS, Seager up there as well in 4th. So he's really having a great year, as you guys can see. And I've been very, very impressed. Fernando Rodney tied for 11th in saves, but obviously we're trying to get Papelbon off waivers, and I'll certainly update you guys if I can get him. Hisashi Iwakuma in 9th for ERA, just under 3, very nice. And moving on, shutouts, I don't think we have any shutouts. Strikeouts, though, Felix Hernandez and Taijuan Walker, both top 2. Very, very good, and they're both on fire lately, so hopefully they can keep that up. And I think that's about it. So that will do it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like down below. And let me know what else you want to see from this series. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.